Okay, some of your friends cannot join. I don't know why. Okay. So you see the table given is the price value, correct? So I define every time when you are giving a problem, you have to define your variable X. So this is your variable. Yeah. So we have to define it. So variable. So what is a variable about? Price won by a player for each game that they played. Okay. That they have played. Okay. So when I build this table, there is a name given for this table. We call it probability distribution table. Okay, that's the name of this. So if in the question they ask you to build probability distribution table, then you have to write down the variable X. In this case, this variable X, there's a unit, dollar. Okay, then the other one will be the probability. Sometimes they just write P, or sometimes they write PR X equal to X. Got it? Okay, now, what is the meaning of zero here? Can someone tell me why they put a zero there?
They miss.
What does that mean? When I put a zero there,
They don't get any price.
you don't get any price. And, okay, Clarissa, can you explain why this one they put 0.5, the probability? Why the probability there they put 0.5?
There's a half a chance to win.
Yeah, because there is only half chance of winning a prize. So you didn't win any prize. You didn't want any prize means what? The chance is also half. That's why the probability is 0. So it's based on the 50% chance of winning a prize. Okay, then the rest is given by the question. Then the rest is given by the question. 2, 5, 10, and 20. All right? So this one is given by the question. So if in the question, I put K here, and I don't put anything. So when we talk about sum of the probability, it must be equal to what? That means what is the probability for the whole thing to happen? The question is, what is the probability for the whole situation to happen? Everything happened, the probability is definitely is 1, am I right? So this is the first thing that you have to remind yourself. Sum of all the probability must be equal to
1.
1. So this is the true fact that you have to know. So if I put a K there, then you will know how to find your K. Am I right? So in this case, if you want to find your K, just I purposely put down there. So you want to find your K, you will take 1, take away the sum of all the rest. Am I right?
Yep.
So in this case, the first question is, what is the sum of the probability in the table? The answer is 1. If the sum of the probability in the table is not 1, that means that table is not valid. It's not a probability distribution table. Do you get me? Hello?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, so do you get me? So, so next time if you see a table, probability distribution table, then you have to know it is like that. So that's why you got your K as 0.04 as what is given in the book. So this is a true fact. Any probability distribution given, first thing, make sure the probability for any event to happen must be greater than or equal to 0. But and must be, okay, I shouldn't write like that. I should write it this way. This is mathematically unsound. Do you know why? In maths, always left-hand side, we have to write bigger number, right-hand side, we have to write smaller number. So if you see any probability which is more than 1, you know something wrong. If you see any probability which is negative, is something wrong. So it must fulfill these 2 criteria in order to be valid. Understand? That's the first thing. So I answer the question. Part A, Okay. Now, part B. Okay, part B. Emily, can you please tell me what is the most likely outcome for playing this game? What is the meaning of most likely outcome?
The most common.
The most common. The
Yep.
one with the highest probability, correct? So
Yes,
when we
miss.
say, so when we say part B, so you have to know how to interpret. Most likely is equivalent to highest probability. Okay, I should say with highest probability. Probability. Yeah. So what is the one? What is the most likely outcome from playing this game?
0.
0. So what does that mean? So you don't just say 0 because you have to know what is a player doesn't, if you want to use present simple, doesn't win any prize. Right? So that is the most likely outcome. Correct? So now, how to do part C? Okay, so you are supposed to use your GC. Can you take out your GC? Can you take out your GC?
Yep.
Can you go to stack? Okay, go to edit. Select number 1. Okay, Emily, you say you got problem with your L1. Is your L1 there now?
Yes, I reset everything.
Yeah. Next time, if you have any problem with your calculator, correct, class, you reset in that way. Okay?
Thank you, miss.
Yeah. L1 and L2. Okay? So now you have to key in the 2 things. That is, for your variable X, you key in L1. Actually, it doesn't matter. As long as you remember for the variable, where do you key in? And for the probability or the frequency, where do you key in? So now, can you please start keying in? Okay, can you please start keying in? So it's okay. All of us, we have a lot of problem. Now we use our electronic devices too much. Okay, just continue. Okay, key in. And here you key in the probability. Done? Done? Okay, done. Who can tell me what is the second step that you must do? Second mode, correct? You have to press. Definitely have to do that. Second mode, you have to click first. Okay, after you press second mode, then what you do, you put stack again. Okay, then you go to calculate, select number 1, 1 var stack. Okay, so now you got the list. After you press 1 var stack, correct? You got the list. So this list means your variable X. So you have to type in L1. List means variable. It can be L2, L3, up to you to key in, it doesn't matter. Okay, frequency, list. In this case, is our probability. So you put your L2. Do you know how to call out L2? Then you go to calculate. Yep. Okay. Can anyone tell me what is the mean? What is the average?
Miss, how
Miss.
to call out L2?
Yeah.
How to key in L2? You put second 2. To key in this, you press second and the button 2, because on top of this button 2, there is a blue color L2. Do you see that? So can you put in L2? Statistic very important. You must know how to use your calculator. Done? Okay, can someone tell me the average? Can someone tell me the average? I didn't do. So I don't know the average.
1.6.
Yes? 1.6 is not right.
0.2.
Huh?
0.2, is it?
0.2 is wrong.
1.8.
0.2 is wrong. Did you put in the list as L1? Do you key in all? Do you key in L1 as the variable, L2 as the probability? Check.
1.8.
Yes. 1.8 is the correct answer. So this is the mean. Hello, anyone got any issue or getting the answer? You have better know how to get. If not, your exam, you will, the following exercise, you will, are you okay? Those who cannot get? Hello?
All good, all good. Jeez.
All good? Sure? Just now, those who get 1.6 or 1.8, do you know the difference? Nikia, what is your answer?
Yes.
What is your answer for the mean? Mikia, did you do?
I did.
Yeah, then you tell me what is the mean?
It's 7.4.
Ah, did you see what I wrote down on the whiteboard? Did you key in this table, whatever value in this table, into the correct place?
Yeah.
Did you do this
I did.
after
it.
you key in? Then do you do this? If I didn't call you, you just ignore totally. And exam you cannot do and you fail your exam. Hydrate, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you tell me what is the standard deviation?
All right.
If you're all right, you should be able to tell me the standard deviation. Your teacher, Ms. Do, although all is very smart, okay? Yeah. What is the standard deviation? You tell me?
It is, let's see.
There are two standard deviation. One
Oh.
is this one. The other one is this one. Which one doesn't exist?
The SX doesn't exist.
This one, there is nothing there. So
Yeah.
there's something here.
Yeah. The
So what is the value?
2.94278, like 2.94.
Okay. Can you repeat again?
2.94.
2.94. Is that correct? Can someone confirm?
Yes,
It's longer, but
Yes,
Yes,
miss.
correct. Okay. So if they show that, okay, that means this whole thing, this one is represent population or sample. Your calculator very clever. They tell you because you are talking about probability, you are talking about percentage. That means you include the whole thing in the population. So definitely is talking about population. If it's a sample, we will not put in a probability form or percentage form. Sample, we will put it as frequency. You get me? Class?
Yes.
Okay, good. So now,
Can you repeat what you said?
yes,
Miss, can you repeat what you said?
I can't get you. Can you repeat?
We'll use frequency for what?
Well, if you are talking about frequency, correct? You will put as sample. So there are two. Frequency can be sample, can be population. So you yourself have to decide. So when the column 2, correct, you put as frequency, correct? That means if you have frequency distribution table, correct, it can be population, it can be sample. So there were two things appear. So we will see that tomorrow when we do the exercise in chapter 6. Can I not? So in this chapter, everything we talk about is population. Chapter 7, Okay, now, yesterday, I also tell you how to interpret mean, am I right? What is the meaning of mean?
average.
No, I don't want average.
expected value.
Thank you. So now I'm going to explain the meaning of the expected value from here. So I will say in the long run, that means when you play this many times, okay? the player are expected to win a prize of 180 per game. That means when I go and play this game, if the average is 1.8, that means I expect in my mind, oh, I will win 1.8. I may win more, I may win less. It's just your expectation. Understand or not? So that is the meaning of mean. So like for example, every time before I teach, okay, I expect my student to get the average of a B minus. Do you know what my boss said for me? My boss expect me to have the average of what mark? Do you know or not? A minus. Do you think it's easy to achieve? Do you think I can achieve A minus by myself? The average, your average score. Hello, class. Someone respond, please. Can't. It's all depend on you. You don't want to work. Do you think I can work? That's why my boss tell me, Mr. I expect you to produce a result of an average of A minus. I say, it's not in my control. Do you know how helpless I am? But I was forced to do that. So you please help me. Okay. I say I can't. All is depend on my student. Okay, so now, after you run, you talk about this, expect. Okay, so that means every time when I go and play this game, I expect to get $1.8 from the owner. That means the owner had to pay me 1.8. So now, can someone give the answer for part D? So how should the store owner set for the price, fair price for playing the game? When you say something fair means you are talking about win-win situation. No win, no loss.
$1.8.
Yes. Is $1.8. Okay, if the owner of this store charge $2, who is in advantage?
Store owner.
The store owner. So that means the store owner expect to gain 20 cents per game from the player. You see or not? So that's why you need to count the mean. So they can do a prediction. From the average, they can make a prediction. So do you think the store owner will just charge 180? Huh? Adrian,
Definitely though.
Adrian, give your that one. Will the owner charge 180 only for playing the game? Adrian, you have to learn how to explain. I just want to let you know, those of you who are very good in calculus, correct? You better learn how to explain. Statistics can fail you. I'm telling you, if you don't learn how to explain. Yeah. Will the store owner charge 180 per game? Adrian, can you talk? Adrian can't talk. Huh? Yes, Adrian? Will or will not? Why? There's no right or wrong for this one. Huh? Will or will not? Will the store owner charge 180 for playing this game? Adrian, give your opinion, please. Try. There's no right or wrong for this answer, for this question.
We might.
Huh?
Okay. I'll answer.
Yeah. Adrian, will or will not? Yes, will. Why?
Will.
Hello. You all have to learn to talk. When come to statistics, I need discussion. Okay, Phoebe. Will or will not charge 180 for playing the game? And give me why. Hello? Try. I told you, when come to statistics, right, there's no right or wrong. It depends on how you say why. Hello? You don't want to answer. Ethan?
Hi miss. I would say will not. He won't charge 180, but he will charge a higher price because he definitely wants to make a profit out of this business.
You see or not? I need you to be able to explain. Okay, when he charged at 180, that means he expect to have zero profit. So I think most probably the store owner will not do such a business. You explain because you have zero profit, because it's a fair game, right? You expect to have zero profit. So I may also say that, okay, the store owner may charge 180, okay, even though he gets zero profit. For him, maybe he just work this for fun, just to pass the time. Like for example, I'm going to retire in July. Actually, now I'm on leave, but I cannot go on leave because if not, I cannot cover the syllabus. Okay, July, but they give me a contract, so I will still continue to teach you all. So you see or not? So that is called you have the passion for it sometimes. So that's why I say just now, my question for that one is there's no right or wrong. You get what I mean? So if the charge is the same as the expected value, and if I turn this table to profit, then it will be a different story. So depend on your variable that you define. So later part of it, okay? So through this, for this whole chapter, the first few part of it is all about that. So from now onward, you should be able to do all the rest of the exercise A, B, C. Yeah. Even D also can do, because I teach you how to talk about variance. I tell you what is the meaning of standard deviation, correct? So when we have a standard deviation is 2.94. So that means the price that you gain can deviate by this amount. It can deviate. So I can ask a lot of questions from here. Can or not? So that is the idea. You must know how to use your GC. You must remember this. You must remember this. You must know what is the meaning of mean. Those who didn't copy, can you please screenshot this? So that when you revise, you will know what to do. Done?
Yep, screenshotted.
Yes, Miss.
Yes.
Okay, so because some of y'all, you prefer to listen, you don't want to copy. That's why now I try to consolidate everything in one page. Okay, so now can we go to exercise 7A? Can we go to exercise 7A?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, 7A part 1. Classify each random variable as continuous or discrete. Okay. 7A, part 1. Okay. A quantity of fat in a sausage. So when we say continuous, okay, before I go to here. So how do you classify continuous and discrete? We say it's countable,
The other one is measurable.
take whole number. Right? Like 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? That is discrete. Continuous, measurable. Take decimal number. Okay? Like 7.32 and so on and so forth. So that is called measurable. Okay, now A. Quantity of fat in a sausage. Vicky, count discrete or continuous?
Yes. Say again, please.
Why must I say again? You tell me.
I
If
know
you
what
are listening.
I know
No,
the
if you are,
concept.
no, if you are listening, why must I say it again? I repeat that twice already, you know not? Okay, Weng Shen, A.
I would say it is continuous.
Continuous, yes. Quantity means the weight of fat in a sausage. Yeah, so it's continuous. I put
I
C,
think
yeah.
my mother. Fine.
Okay, B. The mark out of 50 for a geography test. Vicky, yeah?
Discrete.
Thank you. You see? C. The weight of a year 12 student. Continuous. D. Volume is measurable. Number, as long as you see number, you know is discrete. F is discrete. G, length is measurable. Continuous. Height is, you have to use instrument to measure, so it's continuous. All these you can get the answer from your textbook. Okay, number 2, fat. Okay, we want to look at number 3. Okay, can you please look at question 3 first while I prepare something extra that I want to teach? Who is that? Vikia? Okay, what is X? Explain X is a discrete random variable because X take the whole number, correct? So what is X here in this question? What does the X variable represent? You see X equal means in English, you put it as is. The sum of the number from the two spinner, correct? The sum of the numbers shown by spinner, I put it like that, A and B. Okay, so now when you say sum, spinner A, spinner B. Okay, so if spinner A show 1, I'm going to list out all the outcome. Spinner B can show 1. So the sum will be 2. So now you tell me all here, if I continue, spinner A show 1, I list out, spinner B can show 2. Spinner A show 1, spinner B can show 3. 1, 2. All these are all. This is N. So I can have a lot of number here. So you think how many outcomes are there? So if 2, it can be 2, 1, 2, 2, and many more. It can also be 3, 1, 3, 2, and many more. Also, it can be 4, 1, 4, 2, and many more. So how many outcomes are there here? How many outcomes? When you spin the two spinner, how many outcomes? Who can tell me?
24.
24. Actually, do you need to list down? You don't have to. How many outcomes? Okay, can you tell me outcome from spinner A? Four outcomes from spinner A, correct? Six outcomes from spinner B, am I right? So, outcome number of outcomes for the sum will be 4 and 6 because 2 have to do together. So whenever you have n in probability or in anything, you multiply. Or you plus and you multiply. So they are all together 24. So, but each one you have to go and find the sum, correct? So if you want to build the probability distribution table for the sum, that is our X here. So the probability here, the first one we know the lowest is 2. So but how many times 2 appear out of the 24? So if you want to count from here, it's very troublesome, correct? So actually, if you have two things happen at one go, we also can use this to represent. So this is spinner A or spinner B? Class?
Spinner B.
Spinner B. So what I should do, I should add. Now you start adding. So you think which way is better? This way is better or this way is better? The listing way is better or the chart way is better?
Way is way better.
Yeah. This way is better. For this case, I'm not saying all, I'm saying for this case. So when we talk about listing out the outcome, there are many different ways of doing it. You have to see which way is better. Yeah, so for this case, this way is better. So when the sum is 2 out of 24, so the probability here, we will write here 24. Out of 24, how many times is 2? 1. Okay. Out of 24 times, how many times is 3? 3 times. 2 times, sorry. Yeah, 2 times. So 4, how many times it appear?
3.
3 times. 1, 2, 3. You have to be very careful. So it's better, this one you use different color. Five,
4.
4. Is it correct? Ramisa?
Yes, miss.
Is 5 appear 4 times?
Miss, I don't understand your question. Can you please repeat?
Okay, I want to find the probability of getting the sum of 5. This one you better understand it.
I'm still confused, miss.
What do you mean by you confused? You tell me what is the thing that confused you? I want to know what confused you. Hello, please tell me what confused you.
Miss, like I have to watch back the recording again to clear.
No, what confused you?
everything.
Okay, now I ask you, you just give me an answer. What is the probability of getting the sum of 5? The probability means here I have total 24 outcomes. Correct? So when you talk about probability of X equal to 5, so it definitely have to be upon 24. So look at the table here, this table. 5 appear how many times? 5 appear how many times?
Miss, wait.
I tell you, if you don't know this, when come to
5
your
minutes.
essay, huh? 5 times?
5 times, yeah.
Look, all these 1, 2, 3 here, these are the number of the spinner. Whatever inside the table here, these are the sum. So you look at 5, only appear 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 4 out of 24. Okay, I'm trying my best to explain already. These are the things that you learned already before. Okay, how about sum of 6? Silvana,
Yes, miss. 6 appears 4 times.
okay. 7 also appear 4 times. Am I right? 8 appear 3 times out of 24 times. And 9 appeared 2 times out of 24 times. And 10. So what is the probability of getting the sum of 10? Is 1 out of 24. Correct? So this is called build probability distribution table for this situation. So different situation will need you to build different probability distribution table. Are you okay? So please revise your year 11 how to build. You have learned this before. Some is withdraw balls from the box, correct? So you see for here, probability of getting a 2 is probability of 1, 1. 1 and 1. So probability of getting 1 is 1 over 4. So n, you have to multiply. So it's 1 over 6. So that's why you got 1 over 24. I can also do it like that. If I want to talk about probability of getting a 3, look, so I can have 1, 2, or 2, 1. Am I right? So, or you have to plus. That's why we got 2 over 24. See or not? So I use this table is much faster than listing out. Listing out will make you go crazy because there are many possible outcomes. You recall whatever you have learned in your that one? Okay? So listen, afterward, I'm going to discuss about 7B, 7C, some of the question, and go to variance and standard deviation. So today, for this week, I'm going to end at 7E. So the whole thing is the same. All use calculator, you just put into your calculator and do whatever they ask for. Clear?
Yes, how
Okay,
can
I
we
will
make
see
the
you.
table? How can we
Yes?
make the table without listing out?
How are you going to make the table without listing out? This one, you tell me. You have a better way? You want to draw tree diagram? Do you know what is tree diagram? Am I? Give me 1 minute. I show you the tree diagram. So if I do tree diagram, how many branches will I have? I have 24 branches. You want me to show you the tree diagram?
No, Miss, you said that we should not list it out and instead make the table only.
Yeah. So for this case, building the table is better, faster. Listing out is very slow. Correct. So this is a better way. This way is good. Good way. For this case. I'm not saying for all, good way. Faster way. I would say faster way. So when you talk about statistics, right, you want to do, correct, you have to know which is a faster way, which is a better way for that situation. Hello?
Yes.
So I just give me 1 minute. I want to show you the tree diagram. Do you know when we do tree diagram? When we do tree diagram, correct? We have to do like that. Do you know how to do tree diagram? Okay, spinner A. Okay. SPINNER, spinner A. So spinner A got 4 outcomes. 1, 2, 3, 4. The probability is 1 out of 4. Then if spinner A is like that, then spinner B can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Same go with 2 here. So this is the outcome. 1 and 1. So the sum 2. 1 and 2. The sum is 3. So you have to list out like that. You want to do? Can, no problem. So this is also not a good way when you have too many outcomes for each one. Okay? Can or not? Okay, thank you, class. I will see you afterward.
Thank you, Miss.
Thank you, Miss.
Hello? Yes? Ni ta cái nó cái mà đứa trẻ đó.